We know that the Israelis and the Americans are going after these launching positions to try to neutralize the main threat that the Iranians can pose to Israel and to Gulf countries.
Just before midnight, President Trump posted on Truth Social the U.S. has virtually an unlimited supply of weapons. Iran is reporting nearly 800 deaths in the conflict, including its supreme leader. 6 American troops have been killed, 18 wounded, and as Iran retaliates,
2 Iranian drones have hit the American embassy in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, causing a limited fire and minor damage. The building was empty at the time. The State Department has ordered the evacuation of non-emergency personnel and family in Kuwait, as well as Bahrain, Iraq, Qatar and Jordan as a precaution.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Americans in more than a dozen countries are also urged to leave, though air travel is limited. Over 1,000 flights canceled. And there's more financial fallout. A stock market sell-off is brewing. Oil and natural gas prices keep rising. And the price at the gas pump has surged up 11 cents this morning. AAA's national average for regular, $3.10 per gallon now. The House has released the videos of the Clintons' depositions last week in the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking investigation. Here's Fox's Madeline Rivera.
Former President Bill Clinton, in his hours-long testimony before the House Oversight Committee, says he never witnessed Jeffrey Epstein sexually abuse or assault young girls.
Never witnessed during our limited interactions any indication of what was going on.
And Clinton told lawmakers he never visited the island. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What the governor said about Hoosier troops in the Middle East. It's 38 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 49 for right now. Your radar is clear. That'll change this afternoon. More on that in a minute. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. Indiana Governor Mike Braun said Monday that some Indiana National Guard troops are already in the Middle East from earlier deployments.
Everyone is in some peril that's stationed there, but it looks like, from what we've seen to date, that their capabilities were pretty well weakened.
Braun also said that he supports President Trump's recent military strikes against Iran that killed Iran's supreme leader along with other officials. The situation overseas has caused protests across Indianapolis and the state of Indiana. Hamilton County leaders say most of the evacuation order that was issued last night in Arcadia has been lifted, except for people living around a small radius of East Howard Street. The area is still closed while crews finish repairs. The evacuation began after a contractor accidentally hit a major gas line during fiber optic work. Scattered showers and patchy fog this morning in some parts of our listening area with temperatures around the mid-30s. Rain will become more steady this afternoon and maybe a chance for a rumble of thunder downtown.
So there is a potential that at least during times of heavier rain, it could cause some travel impacts, especially near rivers and in just those lower lying areas.
Forecaster Casey Fuson at the National Weather Service Indianapolis said we could reach the 70s by Friday. IU Athletic Director Scott Dolson will be at the White House Friday to talk about the future of college sports. He said people everywhere keep asking him about the IU National Championship football team.
People said to me, "Are you a football school now?" And I say, "Yeah, absolutely, but we're a winning school."
He said his priority is and will always be what's best for student athletes, and he said Friday's meeting could still be delayed or canceled. The Indianapolis Colts are working to lock in quarterback Daniel Jones and wide receiver Alec Pierce as the NFL offseason keeps rolling. Teams have until 4 o'clock today to use either the franchise tag or transition tag for their players. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together next on a Tuesday morning at 6:04.
Well, here's a stat that's going to piss you off. You've contributed as much as 12.4% of every paycheck to Social Security. The government distributed this money like a Ponzi scheme, and now they're warning this fund could run out of money in 8 years, which could mean a 23% cut in benefits. The decision as to how and when you file for Social Security today is a lot more complicated than you will ever know.
That's why we want you to get a free Social Security analysis from Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy. Bill knows Social Security like the back of his hand. He'll shoot you straight. So if you've saved more than $200,000 but have not yet filed for Social Security, schedule that free analysis right now by calling 317 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120 or go to yourretirementguy.com.
Southside eastbound 465 at Arlington Avenue. That's a crash blocking the right lane. Cleanup continues. Traffic stop back to I-65 for a 12-minute delay. No slowdowns in the Southside construction zone yet. Of course, down to 2 lanes as you make your way northbound on 65 from 465 up to the South Split. And right now we are moving up to the construction speed limit. Traffic sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com with over 100 online casino-style games. Chumba Casino is your destination for nonstop entertainment. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21 plus. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, Tony, good morning. A whole lot better here this morning. We're at least dry. A little cloudy, some drizzle out there. More widespread rain arrives by mid-morning, and it will be around on and off throughout the rest of the day. Can't rule out maybe a rumble of thunder late in this afternoon as well. Today's high around 51. Rain chances will continue. Could have some heavy downpours overnight. Add a little bit of fog to the mix as well overnight. A low of 44. Wednesday, showers likely all day long. May have some afternoon thunderstorms possible. It will be warmer, a high of 60. Thursday, widespread rain, a few thunderstorms possible, 66. Friday, we're mostly cloudy. I think we'll have some breaks from the rain at times, but we'll also still have to deal with some scattered showers and storms that will be very warm to wrap up the week. Friday's high, 72.
Yeah, but if it's raining, what am I supposed to do with 72?
Can't enjoy it.
Right.
Best I can do. Sorry.
Wow, that was very, very definitive. Katz, I don't need your crap. I got enough of my own.
Take a number. The complaint line forms to the left.
Wow. Do you hear the anger? Do you hear the viciousness? Gosh. You should have been with us Saturday night, man. That's all I'm saying.
I know. Tara told me it was a great time. I'm jealous.
Tara was a celebrity, a rock star. She signed someone's baby. It was
a baby?
Oh yeah, she was signing small children. It was incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, she is beloved, is that Tara Hastings.
That she is. She is.
And after meeting Tara, people asked the question that, everybody asks after they meet Tara, hey, where's Ryan Morse? So,
right.
Well, yeah, it's very exciting. Right, you should have been there. Sorry.
Sounded awesome, though, I know. Next one, I'm going to definitely try to get there, though.
That's June, baby. Planning already in the works. Oh.
No snow for June.
No snow for June, son. That's
right.
Yep. My winter events are over. Lesson learned. Cats, moving on.
That's a good idea.
You don't need to tell me 3 times. No, siree. No. I got to run. That's Marcus Bailey right there. He's from Wish TV. I appreciate you, Marcus. Thank you so much. Right now, we've got 37 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:09. The big wave is still to come. Big wave. That's not something you want to necessarily hear, but the president is not pulling any punches on this thing. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The president is saying that we have got weeks ahead of us. In this strike on Iran, you had the briefing of Congress yesterday as required by law if you're going to utilize the War Powers Act, which gives the president the authority in these situations. You do not have to necessarily declare war at the first. You have to brief Congress in 48 hours as to the action taken and the reasons for it. You then have 60 days to wind down the operation. President Trump stating to Jake Tapper, he did this on CNN, mind scramble. We're knocking the crap out of them. I think it's going very well. It's very powerful. We've got the greatest military in the world and we're using it. But he was also clear that the big wave is next to come. I don't know what exactly that means. It could mean something. It could mean nothing. One of the things I got into on Saturday at Trump 1 year later was the idea of misdirection, and this Pentagon has been exceptional at it. You can deny it all you want because of personal feelings regarding President Trump. I don't care about anybody's personal feelings about President Trump. I care about what we're dealing with. The misdirection has been incredible. Saying one thing, another thing happening. So, Tony, you mean lying? You mean keeping the enemy off guard and catching them in moments and utilizing their weakness against them? Everything Sun Tzu would stand up and cheer about? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If other people can't handle it, that's the way things work and need to work in order to be successful. Well, those people are children. We should not bother ourselves with those people. But he stated we haven't even started hitting them hard. The big wave hasn't even happened. The big one is coming soon. I'm telling you, I don't know what it means. I'm not sure anybody does. I do think it's interesting that he had the interview on CNN. This fake news this and fake news that, and I don't answer questions for CNN, yet there he is having that conversation. You know, never forget the politics of anything. You do want to have people on board. Maybe these were the people he needed to have on board. So he went to where those people are. That audience may be getting smaller and smaller, but it's a kind of recognition that he wanted them. A 9-minute phone interview. Yeah, it's very interesting they spoke to CNN. What's coming next? Well, we can speculate. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. New developments in a Microsoft data center project at 6:32. Don't miss IBJ's Technology Power Breakfast with keynote speaker Purdue President Mung Chiang. RSVP at ibj.com/events.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today? Today.
Groceries, gas, just about everything you can buy comes with a tax on it. No matter what, the government's always there to take their cut of your cash. Your money belongs to you. That's why Congressman Jim Baird joined with President Donald Trump to pass historic legislation to ensure you keep more of your hard-earned cash. According to the White House, Congressman Baird's vote means Americans will receive a tax cut, saving over $10,000 every year. They'll get no taxes on tips for workers, and families will receive permanent increases to child tax credits and expanded child care access. That means bigger paychecks, a stronger economy, and more prosperity across our nation. To learn more about how President Trump and Congressman Jim Baird are saving American families money and putting money in your wallet, call Congressman Baird's office at 317-563-5567 or visit baird.house.gov.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $160 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $160 more. Store for details.
You love spring and Indy, but you hate to paint, so do what Judy did. She called Rhino Shield.
The house that Rhino Shield did for my husband and I, after having the house painted with kind of usual house paint, I was seeing cracks appearing about every 3 years and just wasn't very satisfied with that.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating specifically formulated for our unique climate.
I can't speak highly enough about the Rhino Shield crew. They also were great at working with me to get the exact right color because I was very particular.
Indy, you too can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 15% off the regular price.
I would not hesitate to call Rhino Rhino Shield, and I am just thrilled to recommend Rhino Shield to my friends and neighbors and family.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Traffic on the fives. Matthew Baer, he is in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Morning, Tony. Southside crash eastbound 465 at Arlington Avenue. Right lane is blocked and traffic stopped back to I-65. A 17-minute delay. Southside northbound 65 slow from Raymond into the South Split. That is a construction zone and a crash in Pike Township. This is northbound 65 coming up to 86th Street. It's on the left shoulder and traffic is stopped for about a half a mile. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Service, your local experts in basement waterproofing and foundation repair. Book your free inspection now at indianafoundation.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 37 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
When Dugan began servicing Johnson, Shelby, Bartholomew, Brown, Morgan, and Marion County over 17 years ago, they focused on a great customer experience. That has grown into the Dugan difference. Dugan is always looking to go above and beyond for their customers, consistently giving top-notch service every time. You will be taken care of. Dugan Air is your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Elite Ductless Pro dealer. Go DuganAir.com. Go DuganAir.com. Dugan Air.
Premium service, no shenanigans.
Supreme Court saying no to the New York map. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. The Supreme Court blocking New York redistricting. Oh, you see, that's called redistricting. Right there. We should have given it a go. They said that lower courts that had ordered New York to redraw some congressional districts that would net them an additional House seat, the Supreme Court said, no. That's not going to happen. So New York carries out its elections under the current map, which allows for one Republican-friendly district in Staten Island, which is the only place you're going to get friendly Republicans, at least in New York City. The argument about redistricting and what's happening, we're going to see if Maryland is shut down in the courts. We'll certainly see if they get it through their state Senate. If that hasn't happened already, I think conversations in Virginia. I don't like the idea of relying on courts for any of this. Certainly there's the conversation about districts being drawn just on racial lines, which is not allowed. I will state again, Indiana should have redistricted. The court wants to shut you down, let them. And then I think there's a fight there as to whether or not the court actually has that authority. Legislatures, duly elected, decide these things, and they can decide them at any time. My argument is you may not have not wanted the fight, but the fight was there. The fight had a value. The political left had no problem with the fight. No problem with the fight. Republicans got queasy. There's no time to get queasy. Absolutely none. But I'm not going to listen to Republicans say, you see, this is Democrats trying to change the playing field. I said that this was a legal and lawful process because it is. It's a political process because it is. All I did was notice that some people are willing to play the game and some people aren't. And if you say to me, well, that's good that we're not playing the game, it's because we're more honest and we're more... You're losing. Can I help you? Look around you. When I say don't get queasy, I dang well mean it. Then we see yesterday that the videos come out of the depositions of Bill and Hillary Clinton regarding Epstein. I'll give you the one big one. The one big one is that Bill Clinton reveals that Trump never said anything linking himself to Epstein. Time and time and time and time again. There is no connection to Trump and what Epstein did. Trump and young women, Trump and underage girls, Trump and any of it. There just isn't. Now, I know the left is infuriated by such things because they want to scream pedophile because it's their favorite new toy. Honesty means nothing. Honesty doesn't matter at all. The only things that matter are how can I destroy my enemies. Now, a lot of people pointed to the fact that Hillary Clinton banging the table and stormed off. Well, I'm not surprised by anything like that. I'm not surprised that Hillary would be like, I've had enough of you people, and I'm not going to be a part of this, and you ain't got nothing on me, coppa, and whatever else it is that she said. I'm assuming she said coppa. I'm not really sure which way it went. But I do think it's interesting that the videos got released because the Clintons had said we'd like to do this in public. And I would have been fine with it in public. If Republicans were asking the wrong questions, if they were going to embarrass themselves, a la the failure of the hearings on Benghazi, well, that's on them. Absolutely on them. The idea that you would call Bill and Hillary Clinton to testify, 10,000%. I would laugh at people who would think that somehow should not have happened. Of course that should have happened. Then there was the story that Ghislaine Maxwell was actually at the Clinton house in New York. Did you catch that, producer Carl? That Hillary was asked about why Ghislaine Maxwell, I forget where the house was, Massapequa, I don't remember where their home was in New York, a little more upstate. But she was there.
I didn't catch that, no.
And she's like, I don't know. I never saw her there. I was never there when she was there. It's like, oh no. That's rough. And then there's pictures of Bill Clinton in the hot tub. He's like, oh, no. That wasn't on the island. That was in Brunei. That was in Brunei. Just hanging out in hot tubs with women in Brunei. Hey, man. Hey, the life of an ex-president. It's a good enough reason to run for office. No? Yeah, I didn't think so. I think this is the end of it. I don't know if anything's going to come from this that's going to give the Clintons more issue. I just don't see it. It happened. The only thing that's going to come is Bill Clinton exonerating President Trump and then moving on. That's it. As for Epstein, release the files. But can we be clear? The people who are screaming that this war in Iran is to distract from the Epstein files, you understand that those people have a medical condition and should not be allowed to operate heavy machinery. Not for a second. The ridiculous, nonsensical nature of it all. Here we are. Monday, we get past the weekend when this all broke out. We cover it from top to bottom. Today, in the first half hour of the show, Epstein files. These people are just kooks. This is just what they want to say. They don't actually believe anything they're saying. They don't. They just say it because they think it's good for them. They think it's good for their political cause. Release the Epstein files. If whatever else has to get released, release. Don't worry about protecting anybody. Worry about getting it out there. There. So easy. Matt Bear's got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
I'm looking at the Southside crash, and it's on the entrance from 31 to westbound 465. And right now, this ramp is not moving at all, so you might be stuck on this entrance ramp here at the moment. Again, it's from northbound 31 to westbound 465 on the south side. Crash on the entrance ramp. At the moment, it's closed. Eastbound 465 at Arlington Avenue. This is a crash blocking the right lane, stopping traffic back to I-65, a 23-minute delay. Northbound 65, stop and go after Keystone Avenue into the south split, delayed 3 minutes because of construction. Northwest side crash, northbound 65 coming up to 86th Street. The right lane is closed and traffic is stopped back to 71st Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Donald Trump said he's not ruling out boots on the ground in Iran if necessary. It's Casey. Join us Tuesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
You got pain, you can do something about it, which is nice to know that you don't have to live with it. At the Good Feet store, they know that foot pain impedes everyday life. It's a battle. Constant, and affects you physically, mentally, and emotionally. It puts a strain on everything you do, from small tasks to those big adventures. Talk to the people at the Good Feet store about living without pain. Their trusted team of arch support specialists transform lives every single day. Good Feet premium arch supports and personalized approach to fitting are the smartest investment you can make. And the first step is realizing that you're worth it. The Good Feet store enhances the quality of life for anyone who wants to live their life without limits. A pain-free future is possible. Customers seeking a better quality of life repeatedly turn to the Good Feet store for its expertise, the personalized experience, and the premium arch supports. Made in the USA, 100% U.S. origin materials with a lifetime warranty. Talk to the Good Feet store. Get the free, no-obligation personalized fitting. Learn about the 3-step system and learn how you, like me, can be feeling so much better. Good Feet has 2 Indy area locations at Clearwater at the Crossing and in Greenwood just off of 65. Online, go to goodfeet.com. That's goodfeet.com.
Hey, what's going on? It's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel show. And I'm not going to lie to you. I needed help. I got a bald spot in the back of my head, and it's embarrassing. I see it when I'm on television. I see it when I'm on the YouTube channel. So I decided to reach out for help. And my friends at We Grow Hair Indie decided to help me out here. These guys are the absolute best. I was a little leery about it. I could not have a procedure that, 1, hurt, or 2, left me looking like I'd been scalped. But after I talked with Darren and the entire team at We Grow Hair Indie, they told me their state-of-the-art technology, the progress made in hair growth, it's going to be okay. If I can do this, you guys can do this. Contact the team at We Grow Hair Indie, 317-522-2995. That's 522-2995. Get that free evaluation. It's free. You can also go online to WeGrowHairIndie.com. Contact them today and do this with me. WeGrowHairIndie.com.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go. The Secretary of State says there was an imminent threat. 38 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 43. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30.
And the imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us. And we were not going to sit there and absorb a blow before we responded.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said Monday the U.S. struck Iran proactively in a defensive way.
The Department of War assessed that if we did that, if we waited for them to hit us first after they were attacked, and by someone else, Israel attacked them, they hit us first, and we waited for them to hit us, we would suffer more casualties and more deaths.
President Trump said United States military actions against Iran is expected to last about 4 to 5 weeks, maybe longer if needed, as Iran kept launching retaliatory attacks against Israel and other targets in the Middle East. The House Oversight Committee on Monday released video from last week's depositions of former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. During her testimony, Hillary Clinton became upset over photos that were leaked online.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
So I would like to understand how that's permissible.
Before the hearing was... It doesn't matter. We all are abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah,
So
well...
I would like to take a break at this moment.
Yeah,
I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation.
for now.
And the Clintons have consistently stated that they were not aware of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. A University of Idaho professor awarded $10 million after a TikTok influencer claimed that she ordered the quadruple murders in Boise, Idaho.
TikTok influencer Ashley Goliard is ordered to pay the money after posting videos accusing Professor Rebecca Schofield after the 4 college students were murdered. They were stabbed to death at a rental home in Moscow, Idaho in 2022. Goliard quickly uploaded videos claiming the professor had ordered the killings, videos that got millions of views.
Fox's Gary Baumgarten reporting. And Apple is introducing the iPhone 17e this week. It starts at about $600 and will be in stores next Wednesday, March 11th. Apple says it's a powerful and more affordable addition to the iPhone 17 lineup. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together next on a Tuesday morning in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Microsoft's plans for $1 billion data center and 200 jobs in LaPorte expected to come into better focus this morning. Microsoft officials to join LaPorte Mayor Tom Dermody to provide what is being described as an important financial update on the project, and we'll have details first at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Indiana University Health and the Indiana University Health Foundation are celebrating what they're calling a transformational gift from Bloomington philanthropists Connie and Steve Ferguson. It will be used to expand nursing education at Ivy Tech Community College, Bloomington, ultimately increasing the number of nurses who can be trained and expand clinical opportunities across the health system's South region. New food and retail options are coming to South Bend International Airport. The airport's board approving a new master concession agreement with South Dakota-based Skydine, which plans to bring full-service dining to the airport, as well as Jimmy John's and Dunkin' Donuts locations in the concourse. That according to Airport Marketing VP Julie Curtis.
As the first and last impression for travelers to our region, we determined that it was time for us to be able to reimagine and expand the concession operations at South Bend International Airport.
From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
A West Lafayette-based life sciences diagnostic company has received another key accreditation as it nears closer to the commercial distribution of its early detection test for pancreatic cancer. Amplified Sciences co-founder and CEO Diana Caldwell says accreditation by the College of American Pathologists marks a critical milestone in the commercial development of PanCys Pro, its proprietary early detection test for pancreatic cancer. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Looking at the south side, eastbound 465 at Arlington Avenue. Crash blocking the right lane, stopping traffic back to I-65. It's a 24-minute delay. Crash on the entrance from northbound 31 to westbound of 465. The ramp is moving again. That crash cleanup continues with traffic slow back to Madison Avenue. South side, northbound 65 stops before Keystone Avenue into Raymond Street. That's a 10-minute delay in a construction zone. Northwest side in Pike Township, northbound 65 crash coming up to 86th Street, and the right lane is blocked. Traffic stop back to the 465 ramp. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors new cabinet line Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
37 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:36. A check on sports and Ryan Hedrick. What do we know?
Tony, what's up? The Indianapolis Colts are working to lock in quarterback Daniel Jones and wide receiver Alec Pierce as the offseason keeps going, but they have until 4 o'clock today to use a franchise tag or a transition tag on a free agent. Purdue's basketball team dropped 7 spots to 15 in the latest AP Top 25 poll following last week's losses to 13th-ranked Michigan and unranked Ohio State. They play Northwestern tomorrow. Indiana is riding a 4-game losing streak. They play Minnesota tomorrow in Bloomington for senior night. On Monday, one of the Cincinnati Reds starting pitchers was on the mound. Brady Singer threw in yesterday's 17-9 win over the Chicago Cubs.
Just wasn't very sharp. Wasn't, throwing as many strikes at one wasn't on his own. But, I got the pitches in, but yeah, I just didn't feel as good as I wanted to, obviously.
And the Reds open the regular season against the Boston Red Sox March 26th. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's renter's insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the 4 walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com.
So the latest out of Austin, where you had this mass shooting, 2 people killed by a guy wearing a shirt that reads "Property of Allah." That's what he was wearing. People are making connections. I'm waiting for more investigations. What we know is, according to the latest report, he had pictures of Iranian leaders inside his apartment. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. This happened early Sunday morning at a beer garden in Austin, Texas. 3 people, including the suspect, were killed. 14 people injured. Underneath the sweatshirt, he's got a T-shirt with the Iranian flag on it. So one can make inferences all they choose as to why he did this. guy who came to the country from Senegal, became a naturalized citizen, got married. It's an ugly story. As being reported by the FBI acting special agent in charge, Alex Doran, obviously it's still way too early in the process to determine an exact motivation, but there were indicators that on the subject and in his vehicles indicate potential nexus to terrorism. Yeah, we figured that one out all by ourselves. I don't ever make the argument that having a gun on you will stop the terrorist, the violent, from engaging in violence. I had a whole conversation Saturday about the violence and the need to protect oneself and how everyone, if you teach a whole generation that they're allowed to act violently against people they disagree with, they will act violently. And how every one of us, no matter who you are, if you post something, you fly the American flag, you're somebody else could decide to target in this way. And there are people, as we've posted videos over there on the Facebook page, WIBC, kind of trying to mock the point. There's no point to mock. It's just fact. Here it is. We see it in absolutely everything. This is the what, garden variety terrorism? Is that what we're now calling it, going over it, discussing it as? You can't stop necessarily that person. But when things start going wrong, what are you doing to protect yourself? Buy guns, buy ammo, get trained. Can't say it enough. Tony Katz, 93, WIBC, good morning.
There's one name for every home system, Chapman. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, drains, electrical, and now proudly serving Bloomington. Remember the man for all seasons, and now more reasons. Chapman, ChapmanHeating.com.
Well, here's a stat that's going to piss you off. You've contributed as much as 12.4% of every paycheck to Social Security. The government distributed this money like a Ponzi scheme, and now they're warning this fund could run out of money in 8 years, which could mean a 23% cut in benefits. The decision as to how and when you file for Social Security today is a lot more complicated than you will ever know.
That's why we want you to get a free Social Security analysis from Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy. Bill knows Social Security like the back of his hand. He'll shoot you straight. So if you've saved more than $200,000 but have not yet filed for Social Security, schedule that free analysis right now by calling 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120 or go to yourretirementguy.com.
This is Chuck Lofton, here to talk to you about my friends at Exercise Inc. Exercise Inc. is the 20-minute, once-a-week workout program that will change your life. My wife Mary and I have been clients for 6 years. The program has worked well with my busy schedule. I was getting cardio, but I started the program because I understood the importance of strength training to overall health. It's helped me with managing my blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. The biggest help? My sluggish feeling was replaced with much-needed energy. It's designed to help clients get stronger in a shorter period of time. The studios are private, just you and your coach working to reach your goals. Exercise Inc. has 5 locations: Avon, Brownsburg, Greenwood, Zionsville, and now Fishers. So take it from me, Chuck Lofton. Improve the forecast for your health. Go to exerciseinc.com today to request a free consultation.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
It's a day for the South Side, Tony. South Side crash on northbound 65, exiting to eastbound 465. The ramp is open. Man, is it slow, and that has us backed up to Edgewood Avenue. As you proceed up northbound 65, we hit the brakes well before South Keystone Avenue up to the Raymond Street. I'm told we have a stalled semi in that gore point between northbound 65 and the Raymond Street entrance, so that's slowing us down as well. Check it out, the South Side crash westbound 465 on the entrance from northbound 31. Ramp is open, the ramp is moving slowly, and we are backed up to South Keystone Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select Premium Cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
37 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. American Standard Heating Weather Center. That's right. The time is 6:46.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
See Tim McGraw live with 49 Winchester on Friday, September 18th at Ruoff Music Center. A huge night of country you won't want to miss. Tickets available now at WIBC.com.
Just to see you smile.
So the purchase of AES, company going private. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. BlackRock is going to, with a private equity firm, purchase AES, which provides electric to Indianapolis. Remember, this used to be IPL, Indianapolis Power and Light. Me, I'm Tony Katz. The station is 93 WIBC. We got Carl behind the board. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. Ryan Hedrick is in the WIBC newsroom. And I assume that Nigel has passed that outside somewhere. The electric utilities in Indiana and Ohio will, quote, remain locally operated and managed regulated utilities with continued community commitment and investment. Okay. Are the rates going down or not? That's a thing. If I understand it right, the only question that anybody has. Am I bothered, concerned, upset, worried that this is BlackRock? I don't know that I am. Because I don't know if I have a reason to yet. If there's an argument of, well, you know, they're worried about profit motive, and so therefore they're going to be shedding people and firing people. Being worried about profit motive is not something that I've ever thought was a bad thing. And no one is guaranteed or owed a job. I work in radio. I could be gone. I could be gone in the next hour. I have no idea. We talked about this a million times. So I don't get moved by those arguments. Do we get less service? Will it be less answerable to the customers that are provided service by it? I ask right now, do people feel that they were well served by AES? Did you feel that you were getting answers when it was IPL? I want to compare things to what has been with these companies that become further and further away. I will tell you that as opposed to the idea of the utility being owned by the state or by the city, I am much happier with this. The idea that Indianapolis could run a power company is hilarious. Indianapolis can't fill a pothole. This city of ours, this great city of ours, and the basics that can't be done. the basics that cannot get handled, and the civic leadership that doesn't stand up for it. We've had this conversation many times. And I was in a conversation yesterday where, of course, this did come up, and it's the idea of, well, look, you take a look at what Carmel's done, what Fisher's done, what Noblesville's doing, what they're doing over there with Hendricks Live, and you see how Brownsburg is building up, and these towns, these cities, they're trying to keep their people right where they are. You don't have to go downtown for the entertainment, downtown for the anything. You can just stay right here. And I will tell you, as a guy who just did an event downtown, and spectacular, and thank you to everybody, and Premier Arms, and PA Jewelers, and Defiance Beef, and Chimney Solutions. Chris, very cool guy. It was a great setup, and love that they were there. This was very cool. Got a chance to meet them, and love that they were all a part of it. Love that you all came down. It was a roaring success. You want reality? If I had done this anywhere else, it would have sold out faster. And I don't think anybody doubts that. I don't think anybody questions that. I'm sorry, if you expect me not to be honest with you, we haven't met. The Hyatt Regency was so good to us, so spectacular. Kyle and Tristan and that whole team, incredible. How they treated us, how they handled everything, the food, all of it, amazing. But even they must understand that Joe Hogsett, this city, county council, and these civic leaders have not done Indianapolis any favors. Oh, sure, if an all-star game comes to town, everything gets cleaned up. What about every day? What about everyday stories and the rest? And so these other cities build themselves out, and no one needs to go downtown. It's a massive problem. Massive. We've discussed this many, many times. So when people say about this BlackRock purchase, oh, I don't like it. It's a big company, and what about the local connection and local control and local responsibility? What do we have now? What do we have now? Where is the demand for it? Where is the push for it? Where is the push for their leadership, their words? When we have, for example, a mayor who is accused of sexual impropriety, of hiding reports or having reports changed regarding this impropriety, hiring people like the very, very sleazy Thomas Carl Cook, his then chief of staff. Where are these people? Did you want AES Indiana to say something? I wouldn't have minded it. I can't get Herb Simon to say anything. I can't get Dave Ricks to say anything. I can't get women of Indianapolis to say of the mayor involved in this kind of sexual shenanigans, you have to go. The Indiana Fever have zero statement. Zero. So I think that there's a lot of pearl clutching over this with BlackRock purchasing AES. I have no idea if it's going to provide more power, a better power system, or if it's going to be more problematic. What I do know is that, no, this city couldn't run a power company if their lives depended on it. Because right now they can't even run a city. They aren't responsive. Even if these groups stood up and said something, I don't know if they would respond. I don't know if they would react. You think a city that could screw over Ursal Özdemir the way they did, lie about Major League Soccer, is this a city that we can be trusted? Can we trust it to run its own power? Nah, no chance. Maybe one day this city could be that city. Then again, I would be a guy who says that that's not the job of local government. I want people who know how to run power companies running power companies. But it would be nice if we could at least say, well, we've got the leadership, both elected and civic, to make that happen. And we don't. And I don't know why the civic leaders are still so quiet when their voice is so necessary. I do know that if this city wants to elect a Joe Hogsett again to another term, this city is going to get exactly what it deserves, and I will eventually have to stop caring. I knew that from the last election. But I am what I am. And I care as I care. Matt Bear has traffic.
Crash eastbound 465 at Arlington Avenue has us backed up almost to 31. Crash northbound 65 on the exit to eastbound 465. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors new cabinet line Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel Show. And if clutter is taking over your home or your business, it's time to call Rubbish Works. They handle residential and commercial cleanouts, garages, basements, offices, even construction debris, furniture, appliances, junk, you name it. You just point, and they do the heavy lifting. Use the promo code HAMMER to get $25 off. Book right now at rubbishworks.com. 317-207-2749. Tell them Hammer sent you.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577.
For service today?
Today.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine by getting your nose and throat working with our unique Advent approach that you won't find elsewhere.
Haven't met your goals? At Low T Center, they're extending their free testosterone test. No risks, no commitments, just answers.
Low T Center works with the most insurance plans and continues as the most trusted name in TRT. Book that appointment right now at lowtcenter.com.
You know when you order a medium coffee and they hand you a large for the same price? Well, that's what the heroes at Zero Res are doing this month. Get a free size upgrade on every whole home air duct cleaning package. You pay for standard, you get the next size up. More vents, more returns, more fresh air. After winter in Indiana, your ducts need it and your home needs it the most. Call 317-388-5141, ZeroResIndy.com, and ask for the WIBC special.
Pella of Indianapolis provides window and door replacement with products you can trust. For a limited time, call 833-87-PELLA or visit PellaIndy.com/radio and get 24% off Pella products. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS. Ethos.com/Mike.
Chase away those winter blues with a new car from Tom Roush Lincoln. Hurry in for the 8-9-10 deal from Tom Roush. Get $8,000 off new Nautilus or $9,000 off new Corsair. Or how about $10,000 off Lincoln Aviator? Come get a great deal on all 3 from Tom Roush, where our family served yours since 1972.
Corsair stock number L25566, MSRP 55340. Nautilus stock number L26030, MSRP 62705. Aviator stock number L25384, MSRP 79450. See dealer for complete offer detail.
3 American fighter jets mistakenly shot down.
93 WIBC.
Over 1,000 targets have been struck across Iran.
What happens next?
And the oil prices are surging up 7%. Stock futures are falling on Wall Street. Airlines have canceled more than 2,000 flights.
Happens here.
This operation targeting Iran could last 4 weeks.
Gunfire reported this morning and a woman is killed. Winter weather is creating a slow start across central Indiana this morning.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
Good morning. Coming up in 2 minutes, what the governor is saying about the conflict in Iran, what's happening with gas prices this morning across the Hoosier State, what AES Indiana is doing that could affect your electricity rates, and what forecasters are saying about more rain moving into the area. After Fox News, from the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios, 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 7 o'clock.
Get out. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what the U.S. government is telling a lot of Americans in the Middle East as war rages with Iran a fourth day. Iran hit the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia with drones doing damage, but nobody was hurt.
The State Department has ordered the evacuation of non-emergency personnel and family in Kuwait, as well as Bahrain, Iraq, Qatar and Jordan as a precaution. It's also called on all Americans to immediately leave more than a dozen countries because of the threat of Iranian missiles and drones.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Leaving isn't easy. Air travel is limited in that region by the conflict. More than 1,000 flights canceled again today. And as the U.S. and Israel keep attacking Iran, including taking out missile launch sites.
A senior Israeli official telling Fox News that more than 1,000 enemy combatants have been killed in Iran since the operation began.
And 6 American troops have been killed as well, 18 wounded. Fox's Trey Yingst also reports from Tel Aviv, Israel.
Overnight, the Israelis sent forces into southern Lebanon to take what Israeli officials are calling a defensive posture against the Iran-backed terror group Hezbollah. More rockets were fired into northern Israel from Lebanon, and the Israelis striking back.
Iran is blocking the Strait of Hormuz, where about a fifth of the world's oil is shipped through. Oil prices up another 7%. The price of the gas pump surged up 11 cents this morning. AAA's national average for regular over $3 for the first time since December, $3.10 per gallon. 8 months before the midterm elections, with the control of Congress on the line, the first polls are open in the first primaries in North Carolina. There are also contests today in Arkansas and Texas, with this race the most closely watched.
Incumbent Senator John Cornyn, a Republican, is seeking a fifth term, trying to fend off 7 challengers in what has been a contentious race. Among those looking to unseat Cornyn are Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and Congressman Wesley Hunt. On the Democratic side, State Representative James Tallarico has squared off against Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett.
That's Tanya J. Powers. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Airstrikes in Iran and what people are saying across Indianapolis. It's 38 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 49. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02.
These people protesting, they don't trust the country. They do not appreciate what they have. What we have in this country, don't know the value of it unless you live under dictatorship of the Islamic Republic.
That man was with a group last night at Monument Circle counter-protesting another crowd that opposed the military strikes in Iran, a confrontation in the coming days after President Trump ordered airstrikes that killed Iran's supreme leader and other senior officials. Indiana Governor Mike Braun said Monday that some Indiana National Guard troops are already in the Middle East.
Share the president's hope that they will lay down their arms and the Iranian people themselves will usher in a new government focused on prosperity rather than terror.
And he said the Hoosier troops in the region are in the region from previous deployments. Braun also said that when he was in the Senate, there was always an issue with Iran.
I think prior administrations never did deal with it in a way that might give some type of final resolution to it. So I think so far so good. We'll see what happens, but I think it was long overdue, making a strong statement.
And the Indiana Department of Homeland Security says they are monitoring potential threats to your safety here at home because of what's going on in the Middle East. Gas prices in Indiana are up this morning, approaching $3 a gallon. As you drive around, you're likely to see prices above $3 a gallon. The average price for a gallon of regular unleaded in Marion County is $3.04. The AES Corporation announced Monday that it will be acquired by a consortium of global investors. Here's John Herrick.
AES executives say the move is intended to position AES for long-term growth across its regulated electric utilities and clean energy business units in both the U.S. and Latin America. AES Indiana and AES Ohio will remain locally managed and operated under the deal. Indiana Democrat Representative Andre Carson responded to it, saying he's concerned concerned that this move toward private ownership will hurt Hoosiers because private firms have a tendency to put profits over people. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The weather pattern that helps storms form is moving across the state this morning.
What we call an upper pattern kind of setting up, and we're going to be under mostly southwest flow, which just means that it's going to be a more active pattern. And it'll be that southwest flow will be pretty consistent, which is why we're just going to see multiple rounds of storm systems moving through.
Forecaster Casey Fuson at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis. More on your weather in a minute. And the ACLU of Indiana is suing Ball State University over its rule that keeps protests 50 feet from campus buildings. The organization filed 2 federal lawsuits saying the university's policy on expressive activity and assembly unfairly limits demonstrations and is legally questionable. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:05, traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Trouble on the south side this morning. Crash on northbound 65 exiting to eastbound 465. That has us backed up to Southport Road. Delay 6 minutes. And as you finally get on eastbound 465, it's going to be stopped because of a crash at Arlington Avenue. That's the right lane blocked and traffic stopped all the way back to US 31 delay time. I'm showing 66 minutes. Find another way. Crash on the entrance from northbound 31 to westbound 465. Still on the south side here. That has us backed up almost to I-65. Northbound 65 stop and go traffic through the construction after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. Good morning, Pike Township. You have a crash. It's northbound 65 coming up to 86th Street. Right lane has blocked traffic stopped back to the 465 ramp. Traffic sponsored by Odoo. Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. Running a business is hard enough. Odoo makes it easier with one simple all-in-one platform. Start today at Odoo.com. ODOO.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, good morning. We've got mostly cloudy conditions out there right now and showers just off to the south and west of us. Those will move in here later this morning, and we'll continue to see the rain, even a few rumbles of thunder on and off throughout the day. Highs today right around 51. Tonight will fall to 44, showers, even a few areas of fog overnight. And then on Wednesday, showers will be likely, even some afternoon thunderstorms that could contain some hail, maybe some moderate to heavy rain as well. Could get up to near 60 on Wednesday, mid-60s on Thursday. But kind of that broken record, showers, even a few thunderstorms likely, that'll continue through the rest of the week.
Yeah. Nobody asked for the rain. Nobody wants this nonsense.
Do you want snow?
Hooey. It's just it's ridiculous. Like we have we get through all the snow, and then you bring back more snow, and we get temperatures in the 70s, and then you bring us rain.
What a meanie pants. Correct.
Not cool.
Well, I blame Marcus and Phil Sanchez.
Okay. All right. It's better than what I usually get when people just tell me they blame the Jews. So I'll take that.
Gosh.
I'll take. No. Was that too much, Tara? Is this the part that you don't want to be a part of the show? Seriously, you should follow my feed sometime.
Oh, if you only knew the notification I got just before I came on here.
Wait, what?
Oh gosh.
Share with the group.
No, I can't. Unfortunately, I cannot.
You got to text it to me. I'll share it. I'll figure out how to say it. Text it to me right now. No. Now everybody needs to know. Oh, this is going to happen. Text it. You stop what you're doing. I'll entertain everybody with just little things that you say. You text it to me right now, Tara. Control yourself. This is the This is the make or break moment for Tara Hastings. Do you have your phone in front of you?
Are you serious? You want to know this?
Text it to me right now. Do you know? First of all, 37 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 7:09. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. You have to text it to us right now. Everybody needs to hear this. What are you talking about?
It's so disgusting.
Yeah, well, honestly, some people, they haven't gotten out of mom's basement and are, very, very unhappy with their lives. You have to send it to me. The first 6 months, and my program director, David Wood, will tell you this. My executive producer, who still thinks I'm crazy about this, Matt Hiblin, will tell you this. For the first 6 months I worked here, not yet. Whoa. The first 6 months when I got here, I asked for every bit of hate mail that I ever received. If there's hate mail, I want to read every single part of it. So I always want to know what's going on. This, Tara, someone sent this to you?
Well, I can't find it. They wrote it on my Facebook.
They wrote on your Facebook feed. Did they? Was this a photo of you from the event?
No, it was from, I don't know where it's from. I can't find it on this Facebook program.
So this isn't specific to what we do together or what you were doing with the event. This is just somebody who's really a fan of yours and wanted you to know that when they're really a fan of yours, they're really a fan of yours. And
they're really a fan of mine, yes.
Yeah, and they find themselves at attention.
Yes.
They actually wrote this to you?
Yes, but I can't find it.
No, I think that's good that you can't find it. I think that's part of his problem.
That could be. I have filters that kind of block out certain words.
Right.
And that is one of the words that I do believe that is censored.
Maybe that's my problem. I have no filter.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I have learned a long time ago that I need to have filters.
By the way, she just did the thing.
Oh, okay.
She literally said the words.
Yeah, I thought you were playing it. She actually said it.
No, she said it. She said it. So, by the way, this is the difference between men and women. I don't get that kind of stuff.
No.
Does that happen often to you?
I wouldn't say often, but every once in a while it does happen. I have even gotten, yeah.
We can mock it all we want, but this is true. When the chicks on the right were here, when I started my career, I started my career filling in for Dana Lash. What women get in our business, in terms of hate mail and it's crazy. I get things. You can look around, you can see it, and certainly the anti-Semites feel very emboldened as of the last few years. But this kind of stuff, women have been getting on our side of the aisle, right? You don't have a side of the aisle. Like for forever. It was always like this. I didn't know you got this kind of craziness.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I kind of I don't engage in it at all, and I don't, I'm just like, whatever. Because then I feel like if you bring attention to that kind of thing online, then you'd seem to get more of it, and I don't want that. So
but it is
kind of like, yeah.
I listen, I appreciate what you're saying, and you're right. Like sometimes I'll respond to nonsense and Fingers Malloy or somebody else be like, why even bother? It's like sometimes you just want to expose the madness. You want people to see it. And sometimes you don't give it any, voice whatsoever. Don't do those things. But I do think that the thing about you that I think people so enjoy about this show is that you are wonderfully wholesome. It's how much am I abusing you and how you roll with it. And Tara doesn't deserve this. And she should be getting a raise. And, I don't even think she's paid to be on the show and everything else. And that's honestly part of the fun. But this is let's bring it down to the kind of madness that's even showing up on your feed on a weekly. I mean, it's gross stuff.
Yeah.
It might be good for a slide into the DMs, but it isn't what you actually want.
No. Oh, here it is. Oh, I just found it. Oh, it was 31 minutes ago. Where is that? Oh,
you know what? I didn't even think Hammer was awake.
Oh boy. Yeah, this guy, I might
block that guy. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to block this one.
Yeah.
Oh my. Wow. I'll text you a screenshot. That's great.
Oh,
Like,
my
he
God.
needs to get a life. Oh, my gosh.
Let's leave Tara Hastings alone, please. I love that you're laughing about it, but like if we were to do a poll of all the women at Wish TV or all women in TV in Indianapolis, I wonder on a scale, is this stuff happening once a week? I'm willing to bet now, like, yeah, everybody, once a week at least. This madness.
Oh yeah, it's a good time.
I appreciate you sharing, Tara. I love that you're laughing about it. It makes me feel better.
Okay.
But seriously, to everybody bothering Tara,
Get off my lawn.
would you please?
There you go.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you. I love that you're laughing.
Have a good day.
Yeah, well, there it is.
This guy is probably. I gotta go.
Can I tell you that Tara made it awkward this time? It wasn't me. It was Tara. Don't blame me, dang it. All right. I got to do some traffic with Matt Bear, Tara. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Pike Township crash northbound 65 coming up to 86th Street. And the right lane is blocked. Traffic has stopped back to 465, and that brings us a delay of 18 minutes. Now on the south side, crash northbound 65 exiting to eastbound 465 on the exit ramp, backing us up to Southport Road, a 7-minute delay. Crash eastbound 465 at Arlington Avenue, and that's blocking the right lane, stopping traffic back to US 31. Delay time coming in at 65 minutes. Find another way. Westbound 465 south side, crash at 31 east on the entrance ramp from northbound 31, and this has a slow 265. Still on the south side, northbound 65 stop and go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. That is a construction zone. It comes with a 5-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Text Now. Some people still pay $100 a month for phone service. Text Now gives you 5G without the 5-figure commitment. Unlimited talk, unlimited text, unlimited freedom to switch things up. Try Text Now today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
37 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Greetings from R&R Agency, your Indiana health insurance pros, and a sincere thank you to our loyal customers for helping us to another record year. We recently saved a 62-year-old retiring couple over $800 monthly when compared to their COBRA offerings. We recently saved a family of 4 over $400 monthly when compared to their $7,500 deductible program on the ACA, and that's still Obamacare. We recently saved a small 4-man manufacturing company over $1,000 monthly and gave them better coverage. We feature coverages guaranteed to age 65, low out-of-pocket expenses, the largest networks in the country, and you can sign up anytime. If you are retiring early, self-employed, or need coverage for your small group, call us at 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. If you don't call us, we can't help you. What do you got to lose? Call us 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. As always, God bless America. Common sense government and peace too strict.
BMW, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Audi, Mini, Porsche. Names that mean quality, performance,
and usually a dreadful service experience. You know you can't take your car just anywhere, but you may not know you can get the same quality service and parts without going to a dealership.
Enter Auto House Merkel.
Everything from routine service to performance tuning is handled with care by technicians who specialize in German vehicles, using only OEM parts or equivalent.
At a lower cost and less hassle than the dealership.
Book service now at AutohouseMerkel.com.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Pat Sullivan here. Fire emergency? I've had one. If you do, call Michaelis. Owner Richard Michaelis explains why.
Michaelis is local and family owned. 39 years of experience with 24/7, 365 response. The Michaelis Corporation is IICRC certified, restoring your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
And Michaelis helps you through the insurance process, giving you peace of mind. Water, storms, fire, and mold. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIX-INDY.
Hammer here for my friends friends at Technology Recyclers, tech-recyclers.com. It is so important to make sure your electronics get destroyed properly. The last thing you want is your data, your information to be out there for anybody to grab. This is where Technology Recyclers come into play. They guarantee 100% certified data destruction, eliminating all concerns regarding any sort of data breach. These guys are the best. Tech-recyclers.com, and be sure to ask about their free business pickup.
Getting ready for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. If it's inside your four walls, you call Booher. That's pretty much it. That's the tweet. They're the ones. Your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement, making it work for you and your family. That's what Booher does. I really delayed things until after the event, and now the kitchen redo is top of mind. And we're not doing a full gut. That's not what's happening here. We need better countertops. We need a little more space, backsplash that flows with it. We're just putting the finishing touches on the kitchen. That's the next step. And Booher's like, yeah, we got you covered. I mean, who else are you going to talk to? They're the access they have to the best materials, the people they have who have been with them for years. Booher Remodeling, they are the ones to call for your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement. I've already had a bathroom redone by Booher. An incredible experience, so communicative. You know what's happening every step of the way. And now it's just doing these finishing touches on the kitchen to make it look perfect for me, for my wife, for our family, and for our needs. Talk to Booher today, 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you, 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. Before we get to it, there's a story out of youarecurrent.com. Right, local press here. They do actually very, very good work. Where the Hamilton Southeastern Superintendent, Patrick Mapes, is resigning. He's been on the job for 2 years. What I would like to know from Hamilton Southeastern Schools, did you know he was only going to keep the job for 2 years? We have seen the progressivism that comes out of Hamilton Southeastern, out of Fishers, and I argue it's been an issue, and certainly as somebody who lives in Carmel and has kids in the Carmel School District, I don't want it in Carmel, and certainly we've heard these stories out of Brownsburg and out of Avon and a whole host of places where there's real concern about the progressivism. And the changes that have been happening in Fishers and with the school board there and some of the elections, there are things that I certainly have liked and wanted to see how they go about doing things, growing things, building things, making changes to, hey, we focus on education, not nonsense. And I thought that the hiring of Mapes at the time was a step in that direction. 2 years? Now, maybe I'm completely off base here. And if I were to take a look at how long a superintendent lasts, it is only a couple of years. Now, that sounds weird when I even say it, so I don't think that's the case. But I want to understand what the heck happened. Why did it happen? Now, the article says that Mapes actually came out of retirement to take this gig. So did he realize, you know what, this is more work than I want to do? I'm just not interested in working this hard anymore. They gave him a contract extension through 2028. They did that in September of 2025. That was 6 months ago. 6 months into a 3-year extension with a base salary of $215,000, he said, yeah, I'm tired. Now, by the way, it could be a million things. I'm not going to speculate. But I am curious, what does it tell us something? That's what I'm most curious about. But that's not the popcorn moment. The popcorn moment is Steve Witkoff saying, these Iranians absolutely wanted a nuclear weapon.
They have 10,000, roughly, kilograms of fissionable material. That's broken up into roughly 460 kilograms of 60% enriched uranium, another 1,000 kilograms of 20% enriched uranium, and the balance is at 3.67. They manufacture their own centrifuges to enrich this material. So there's almost no stopping them. They have an endless supply of it. The 60% material, Sean, can be brought to 90%. That's weapons grade, in roughly 1 week, maybe 10 days at the outside. The 20% can be brought to weapons grade inside of 3 to 4 weeks. And let me say this, because I forgot this small little detail. In that first meeting, both the Iranian negotiators said to us directly, with no shame, that they controlled 460 kilograms of 60%, and they're aware that that could make 11 nuclear bombs, and that was the beginning of their negotiating stance. So they were proud of it. They were proud that they had evaded all sorts of oversight protocols to get to a place where they could deliver 11 nuclear bombs.
If you think it's okay for a radical Islamist regime to have nuclear weapons, well, we're very different people. And if they want to think that, they can. They can't stop people on the streets from thinking such a thing. But they can't be in power in my country. They can't get elected to office in my country. They can't be the final say in my country. The election is November 3rd. Vote accordingly, because progressives who are supportive of the regime, and there's a lot of them, they not like us. And man, they need to lose. Matt Bear's got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matt?
Northwest side crash, northbound 65 before West 86th Street. It's on the right shoulder, causing stop traffic back to 465. And then on the south side, what a best crash. Northbound 65 exiting to eastbound 465. It has us backed up to Southport Road for a 7-minute delay. And then we have a crash eastbound 465 right before Arlington Avenue or after Emerson Avenue. This blocks 2 right lanes, stopping traffic past US 31 East, and that is a 56-minute delay. Westbound 465 on the south side still slow before 31 because of an earlier crash that has cleared. Northbound 65 stopped into construction from South Keystone Avenue into the south split, and then inbound 69 stop and go before 106th Street to 465. That is a 6-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel Show back at it this afternoon. The latest on the United States and Iran. We'll have all the news you need to know starting at 3.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here for Gutter Helmet. Hey, did your gutters look like your garden did last summer? Have you seen any small trees growing, maybe tomatoes? If your gutters look like that now, it's time to fix it. And if they don't, you can make sure it never happens to your gutters by getting Gutter Helmet like I did. I haven't cleaned my gutters in years. Why? Because Gutter Helmet does the dirty work for me. It isn't just a cover. It's a patented system. Water flows through, debris slides off, and your gutters stay clear. No more ladders, no more scooping out soggy gunk, and no more gutter gardens. And right now, they're offering 15% discount plus 12-month no-interest financing. But don't wait. This deal ends March 31st. Call 800-5-HELMET for your free no-pressure estimate. That's 800-5-HELMET. Visit GutterHelmetIndy.com and say goodbye to gutter cleaning for good. Gutter Helmet. Never clean your gutters again.
You love spring in Indy, so don't spend it painting. Do what your neighbor Mike did. He called Rhino Shield.
Our home is basically a contemporary, and we just started noticing that the paint was just fading and
just looked like garbage. We had received a postcard from Rhino Shield, and we decided to take a look at it.
Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate here in Indiana.
The process with Rhino Shield and their crew, they were just very conscientious. We had problems in the past with painters. They leave debris and everything. Well, we didn't have that with Rhino Shield.
Way better than paint, backed by a 25-year warranty. Right now, get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
The thing about the Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino!
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $160 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $160 more. See store for details.
I think about quitting every day. And every day, I buy more cigarettes. I want to quit, but I feel like I have to have them. I know that sounds bad, but I will quit. Someday.
Quit Now Indiana offers free help with no judgment. Why wait? Get the help you need. No lectures, no pressure, just free help. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW today.
Meet Drexel Interior's new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Violence spreads in the Middle East. It's 38 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Radar clear for now, going up to 49. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. Israel and Iran are continuing to launch rockets at each other.
The Iranian regime continued their ballistic missile attacks against Israel. We know also overnight the Israelis sent a number of troops into southern Lebanon. They say they're just a few hundred meters into the country, and this is meant to be a defensive posture against the Iran-backed terror organization. They are concerned about the possibility of cross-border attacks now that the northern front with this Iran-backed group has opened. The Israelis responding with more airstrikes against the Lebanese capital of Beirut, going after Hezbollah positions in the Dakhla neighborhood. The Israelis are also looking at the Gulf countries that are getting hit hard. We know the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, was hit with 2 Iranian drones. Images showed the building on fire.
That's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv, Israel. Officials say 6 American troops have died since the joint U.S.-Israel strikes happened on Saturday. Monday at the State House.
I think President Trump's action in Iran showed decisive leadership on the world stage. The Iranian regime, led by the Ayatollah, was the world's #1 sponsor of terrorism.
Governor Mike Braun spoke Monday about the weekend airstrikes in Iran and the ongoing threat faced by U.S. troops.
I want to express my gratitude to brave Hoosiers that are currently deployed. The state of Indiana has you and your families in our prayers, and we're proud and grateful for your service.
And there's been no confirmation of the names of the U.S. troops that were killed in the Middle East. Gas prices in Indiana are going up this morning, close to $3 a gallon on the average, but in Northwest Indiana, much higher. Gas prices about $3.14 in Porter County and $3.15 in LaPorte County. A federal appeals court is allowing companies to get refunds for tariffs after the Supreme Court ruled last month that most of President Trump's global tariffs were illegal. The government had asked for 90 days to explore a solution, but was turned down. Companies like FedEx and Costco are now filing for refunds. 2 people are safe after their hot air balloon got stuck on a cell tower in Texas. The balloon was more than 900 feet up, but both people were awake and unharmed. Firefighters spent about 6 hours using ropes and harnesses to get them down safely. IU Athletic Director Scott Dolson is scheduled to go to the White House on Friday for a college sports roundtable.
He'll be there with more than 30 college sports leaders. Dolson couldn't go into specifics about what will be discussed in the closed-door session, but he did say the university has received a lot of positive attention ever since the IU football team won the national title.
We want to maximize the experience for all of our student athletes, academically, athletically, personally, in every way. And by football doing what they're doing, I think gives everyone confidence that we can do it.
President Trump is supposed to be the chair of the roundtable, which is subject to delay or cancellation at any time. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And sports on WIBC at 7:34 on a Tuesday morning. The Indianapolis Colts have until this afternoon to decide whether to use a non-exclusive franchise tag or a transition tag on quarterback Daniel Jones. The franchise tag would keep Jones in Indianapolis for 2026, while the transition tag would allow another team to negotiate with him. The difference between the two tags is about $6 million. The Indiana Pacers hit the road for a 4-game road trip, starting with the visit to the LA Clippers tomorrow. Indiana has lost 6 games. Purdue's basketball team dropped 7 spots to 15 in the latest AP Top 25 poll. They have Northwestern tomorrow. IU is riding a 4-game losing streak. They play Minnesota tomorrow night for senior night. And yesterday in Arizona.
And that is smack to center. Dunn going way back. And that is gone. Well, 3 straight men reached with 2 down. And the Snell homer makes it 17-9.
On Cincinnati Reds TV, Cubs outfielder Case Snell hit a home run, but it wasn't enough. Chicago lost to the Cincinnati Reds 17-9. The Cubs open up the season next month against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Southside crash northbound 65 exiting to eastbound 465, and that has us jammed up back to Southport Road. A 7-minute delay. Crash eastbound 465 at Arlington Avenue, and 2 right lanes are blocked. Traffic stop past US 31, a delay over an hour, 66 minutes. Find another way. Northbound 65 still on the south side, stopped from South Keystone Avenue into the south split, delayed 12 minutes. Inbound 69, stop and go traffic from 116th Street to 465, 8-minute delay. And on the southeast side, westbound 74 approaching 465, that is a stall. It slows us down to Post Road. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
37 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 7:37.
The orders were quite simple. Strike fast, take what you can, and don't linger.
WIBC celebrates the spirit of 76. Brought to you by the WIBC Daily Newsletter.
March 3rd, 1776. American naval forces launched a daring raid on Nassau in the Bahamas, home to vital British gunpowder stores. Led by Commodore Esek Hopkins, the expedition captured desperately needed supplies for Washington's army. It was the young nation's first overseas operation, small in scale, but enormous in confidence building. The raid proved that the revolution could strike beyond its shores. America's Navy had announced itself to the world.
The spirit of 76. History remembered. Freedom celebrated. Have the latest headlines and show content delivered to your inbox daily. Sign up at WIBC.com.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, I didn't know I need these. I don't want to need these, but it's very possible we all need these. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you during downtime, clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on the Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. There's a lot of interesting stuff on the Marketplace. The Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. There is cash waiting for you. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Fast, easy, free to use. Text my name, Tony, to 46220 and get started on getting it. It's a refund. It's a dividend. I don't know why you've got money, but it's yours. Don't let the Attorney General's office hold on to it. Get your money. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Matt Bear joins me right now, and Matthew. We've often talked about your footwear.
We have.
Right, and we discussed the fact that you need very, very not only comfortable and form-fitting, but stylish footwear for your outfits when you venture forth to see the people.
I believe this to be true, very much. Yeah.
Right. And I didn't see what you were wearing for the event for Saturday night, but you came looking, somewhat casual, but you were in, you were out, you just wanted to shake some hands, kiss some babies, see who was available for a late night tryst. We get it.
It was a good event, man. Yeah, I just wanted to come say hi to some of the people that listen, and I knew we're going to be there, and
Right.
I wanted to say thank you to the station and yada yada yada. I enjoyed it immensely. I walked home. I thought it was a great event. And what, you're doing one in June? Is that right?
Doing another one in June.
Okay,
This is gonna be nuts.
Yeah, you should go.
Yeah. No dress
You
up
too.
for this one. As a matter of fact, pants optional, ladies and gentlemen. Pants optional in June. Right now, I'm looking for a location. And I'll tell you the locations for June. I'm looking West Side. I'm looking South Side. I'm looking Boone County. That's what I'm looking for. Who's got a location?
Go-go bar.
That's not a go-go bar. But this is as close to a go-go boot as I'm going to get. Matt Bear.
Yes.
Someone is selling their Pringles Crocs.
Oh, why not? Why do they exist to begin? All right, let's take a look here.
So they are. I have it. If you follow me on Twitter X, there it is. I've got it posted. They're Crocs, and then the top of the Croc, it's like a boot. It's a Croc boot, and then the top, so the Crocs themselves are like a beige, like a light beige, and then the boot part on top has the Pringles logo, and it's like a red fabric, but then it has a holster where I assume you're supposed to put your can of Pringles.
Now, I thought that was a gun holster, to be
That
honest.
is not-
That didn't make any sense to me,
Yeah.
but I thought that's where you would hide your little gun.
That's how Guy Relford uses it.
Okay. Usually you keep it in your purse, right? But then you can kind of slide it down.
Well,
your
not
boot
Guy
sleeve.
Relford.
Well,
Guy
no,
Relford
of course
doesn't
not
carry
Guy
a purse.
Relford. No.
Guy Relford's a man.
He's a
And now
man.
you said he carries a purse. Best of luck to you.
I didn't say it. Tony Katz just said it.
Guy Relford, I can't believe Matt Bear said that about you. I, for one, am disgusted.
Tony's emasculating you right now, guys.
My God, Guy Relford of Relford Law, the Second Amendment attorney, a guy who teaches about firearm safety. Matt Bear, you are a brave man.
I'm going to take this whole segment and send it to Guy Relford, and he will learn what you really think of him.
I can't believe you said that about Guy Relford and his mom. That is gross.
I know it was, and I apologize for that. That was my fault.
But these are Pringles Crocs, man. They're a women's size 6. They say a men's size 4. Very nice shape. Limited
edition. Pringles Crocs. That's fantastic. You can only get
And
'em
Matt,
on the
these are
market.
in Richmond, Indiana.
Yeah, I'm not going out there.
Yeah.
That's going to take me forever. 70 in my car? No, I'll never make it back alive. I'll pass.
No, we do need to get you a new car. That much has to happen.
See, but this is the most. My car is a hunk of crap. I get it, the bumper's falling off. But this is the most reliable car I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
Yeah, it starts every time.
These could be the most reliable Croc Pringles boots you've ever had in your life.
Yeah.
They're $60, Matt Bear.
No. No, I don't want them.
I honestly think you're missing out. Producer Carl, would you like these for the missus?
I think no.
Your own pair of
Nothing
Pringles.
says I love you like
Pringles
processed
food.
chips. That's a no? That's a no,
That's
Carl?
a no.
Unbelievable.
Pringles gun boots.
You try and help a guy. Well, we have it listed there on the marketplace. Just go to WIBC.com and see everything we do from the marketplace. And just a reminder, Guy Relford, Matt Bear said it. The despicable Matt Bear said it.
I'm so sorry.
And you can talk to him about it.
Yeah, blame me for what I didn't do.
Yes.
Thank you.
We all know what happened, Matt. We were right here.
Yeah.
You said it.
Gonna drink my coffee.
Tony Katz, 93, WIBC. Good morning.
When traffic's a bear, Matt Bear is a beast.
On the north side, 465 East is a parking lot for Meridian. Also, we have slow traffic from 82nd Street all the way up to 860.
When you need to get from here,
if you're coming in from Hamilton County, it's gonna be tough.
To there.
Into bridge construction at 465 and 60.
Matt Bear, mornings and afternoons.
It's gonna be tough getting home tonight, but you'll be binge watching Stranger Things before too long.
93 WIBC.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax-free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic Center. What's going down?
South side crash eastbound 465 at Arlington Avenue. Right lane is blocked. Traffic stop past 31. At a 74-minute delay. Find a different way to go. Crash northbound 65 exiting 2 eastbound 465. And that backup is to Southport Road. A 7-minute delay. Northbound 65 slows down again before South Keystone Avenue into the South Split. That's delayed 13 minutes. Eastbound 70 slowing down. 2 down at Town Holt Road to the South Split. Northbound 465 on the east side now slow after 70 up to East 56. And inbound 69 stop and go traffic 116th Street to 465 delayed 8 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus get 12 months interest free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 7:46.
Chase away those winter blues with a new car from Tom Roush Lincoln. Hurry in for the 8, 9, 10 deal from Tom Roush. Get $8,000 off new Nautilus or $9,000 off new Corsair. Or how about $10,000 off Lincoln Aviator? Come get a great deal on all three from Tom Roush, where our family served yours since 1972.
Corsair stock number L25566, MSRP 55340. Nautilus stock number L26030, MSRP 62705. Aviator stock number L25384, MSRP 79450. See dealer for complete offer detail.
You've probably heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's not houses, cars, or anything like that. It's actually your money being held by the Indiana Attorney General's Office Unclaimed Property Division. We're talking forgotten wages, old bank accounts, refunds, insurance payouts, stock dividends, and more. Right now, nearly $1 billion is waiting to be claimed by Hoosiers just like you. Find out if some of it is yours. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today. It's fast, free, and easy.
Recalculating route. Estimated arrival time. Never.
For people with nasal congestion, snoring, or sleep apnea, finding a solution feels like a never-ending road trip.
First stop, my primary doctor. Then the pharmacy. Then a sleep specialist. Then an ENT.
What if there was just one destination for all your problems?
Welcome to Advent, your one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care in one location. Over 95% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
You have arrived at Clear Breathing.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Contact Mount Valley Foundation Services, the foundation repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at fixmyfoundation.com.
Got friends or family who are hearing impaired? We've got you covered. Watch our shows aired live with closed captioning provided by Relay Indiana, making every moment accessible for all. Go to youtube.com/@WIBC to watch live and don't miss a moment.
Over Israel? You would think. Yes. But going ahead and with these types of strikes, when we were engaged in negotiations with Iran, this for the second time in a year, and for the second time in a year, while negotiations are underway, they get hit. So clearly there's been deception to the Iranians, and my view is that Donald Trump, irrespective of the intelligence, irrespective of the fact that the nuclear program has been damaged and hobbled significantly as a result of last year's attacks, they are making things up about what the Iranians are doing. And when they say that, the regime is, tottering, it's not. Yes, there are a lot of Iranian people who despise the regime and hated Khamenei and are glad that he's dead. But also, the regime and the theocracy have a lot of people who supported them. It's a country of over 92 million people. And so they have their equivalent in the rural areas, conservative areas, there's the MAGA equivalent in Iran, that really has seen what the United States is doing now as just one more example of the United States carrying out violent attacks inside of the Middle East.
John Brennan is the lowest of the low. And if MS Now wants to keep putting him on as an expert, there's no possible way that somebody who watches that network solely and exclusively can ever have an understanding of what's going on in the real world. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. And of course, the people who support the Ayatollah, they're just like MAGA. It's too stupid for words, and there's been a lot of stupid. A tremendous amount. I mean, you just have to follow my Twitter feed to see it. The lashing out as opposed to rational response to what has happened here. What it is that we're dealing with. How it affects us. 6 Americans are dead. U.S. service members dead so far in the 5 days of this attack, which according to the president might go on for 5 weeks. And I agree. You don't want anybody dead. It's horrifying. But these arguments being made by the left aren't based on policy or philosophy. They're based on how can we gin up anger against Trump? How can we more hate Trump? Oh, these people, there are lots of people who support the Ayatollah. They're just like MAGA. Wouldn't that be telling the MS Now CNN audience that you should destroy these people? None of their arguments make sense because they are not designed to make sense. They're not designed for rationality. It is very acceptable for the country to ask itself, should we be doing this? Absolutely. I argue yes. And we should ask ourselves, what is in it for us? Always, not other nations, us. Marco Rubio is getting a tremendous amount of heat for making this statement about how the Israelis were going to act. We looked at the situation and said we weren't going to just sit idly by. We see that this is going to create a very large issue for American troops, for us in theater. And so we had to decide there had to be an action because this threat was imminent. And people are taking this, well, you see, the Israelis forced the U.S. into war. That's one heck of a twist and one heck of a take. It's one heck of a move to try and make, but I expect nothing less from the people who are desperate for that narrative. The idea that the U.S. doesn't have its own interests outside of Israeli interests, and they're just bought and paid for. That's all it is. I have no way to stop these people from saying such gross and despicable things, whether it's Tucker Carlson or anybody else. The idea that America can somehow be led in this way. I will say to you that we have the statements from Witkoff about the Iranians saying, we've got this nuclear material, we're going to do this. We know that the Iran nuclear deal was a failure from word go under the Obama administration. It was never worth the paper it was written on. And, by the way, never a treaty, because the then president knew he couldn't get through the Senate. It's okay to ask, should we be doing these things? It's okay to ask, should we be involved in these things? And people are going to make their case. They're going to make their case. But when you see the people who want to make their case based on falsehoods, on lies, on John Brennan, former CIA director, Kami himself saying, well, they're just a bunch of MAGA people over there supporting the Ayatollah. We can do away with the madness and focus on the reality. We're all better off without the Ayatollah in power. And I hope the whole regime crumbles quickly. Matt Bear has traffic.
Southside crash eastbound 465 at Arlington, stopped at 31. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We had downsized. In that downsizing, my husband lost his man cave.
Everyone is talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Deb.
My husband and I were at the home show and saw all these vendors with garage floor coatings. The one that stayed with us was Galaxy.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings is 4 times stronger than epoxy.
I'm the only one home, and so it's nice when well-dressed, clean-cut, respectful crew show up. That's what Galaxy sent.
Commercial or residential, Galaxy transforms pools, patios, garage floors, and driveways in as little as 1 day, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
Warranties are real important for us, and to know that should there be an issue, Galaxy was standing behind us. That's pretty much what tipped us over to go with Galaxy.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook.
We are so proud to open our garage store.
We're out of this world.
Greetings from R&R Agency, your Indiana health insurance pros, and a sincere thank you to our loyal customers for helping us to another record year. We recently saved a 62-year-old retiring couple over $800 monthly when compared to their COBRA offerings. We recently saved a family of 4 over $400 monthly when compared to their $7,500 deductible program on the ACA, and you know that's still Obamacare. We recently saved a small 4-man manufacturing company over $1,000 monthly and gave them better coverage. We feature coverages guaranteed to age 65, low out-of-pocket expenses, the largest networks in the country, and you can sign up anytime. If you are retiring early, self-employed, or need coverage for your small group, call us at 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. If you don't call us, we can't help you. What do you got to lose? Call us 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. As always, God bless America, common sense government, and peace too strict.
Hammer Nigel here. Did your New Year's resolution stall? Now's your second chance.
At Low T Center, they're extending their New Year's promos to give you the new start you need. If you've been feeling exhausted and have lost your sex drive, book a free testosterone test at Low T Center. No risks, no commitments, just answers. Want to start testosterone therapy? Don't settle for one-size-fits-all doses from your doctor or pay hundreds out of pocket at a TRT franchise.
At Low T Center, you can get insurance covered TRT customized to your body for maximum effectiveness and safety. Low T Center has served over 500,000 patients since 2009 and continues to lead the industry in TRT. This month, enjoy a free men's T test and discounted peptides while supplies last. Head to lowtcenter.com and sign up for that free T-test today. That's lowtcenter.com.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun. Brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Hammer and Nigel Show back at it this afternoon. The latest on the United States and Iran. We'll have all the news you need to know starting at 3.
3 American fighter jets mistakenly shot down. 93 WIBC.
Over 1,000 targets have been struck across Iran.
What happens next? And the oil prices are surging up 7%. Stock futures are falling on Wall Street. Airlines have canceled more than 2,000 flights. Happens here. This operation targeting Iran could last 4 weeks.
Gunfire reported this morning and a woman is killed. Winter weather is creating a slow start across central Indiana this morning.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
And good Tuesday morning. Coming up in 2 minutes, what forecasters are saying about rain chances and what the governor is saying about Hoosier troops in the Middle East. After Fox News from the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 8 o'clock.
1,000 enemy combatants killed. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what Israel now says on the 4th day of war with the U.S. targeting Iran, where the supreme leader's also been taken out. 6 American troops have also been killed, 18 wounded, and as Iran fights back.
The entire region now engulfed in part of this conflict. Overnight in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, 2 drones struck the U.S. embassy. It was empty at the time, but flames were seen rising from the building. As this is taking place, other Gulf countries, including Kuwait, Qatar, and the UAE, are still taking incoming Iranian fire.
The State Department is calling on all Americans to leave more than a dozen countries in the region, but that's difficult in some places with air travel limited. More than 1,000 flights canceled again today. And back to Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv.
I heard from the Qataris yesterday who said for the first time in 30 years, they've shut down their liquefied natural gas production.
Oil and gas prices are surging. AAA's national average for regular is up 11 cents this morning, now $3.10 per gallon. Congress will get a private briefing this afternoon on the conflict from the military's top general and the secretaries of war and state. Congressional leaders got their own yesterday. Democrats say it was insufficient. Here's Senator Mark Warner.
There was no imminent threat to the United States of America by the Iranians.
And as Democrats keep blocking funding for Homeland Security, demanding immigration enforcement reform, Secretary Kristi Noem testifies at a Senate hearing next hour. The polls are opening now in most of Texas on this first primary day, 8 months before the midterm elections. And this is the biggest contest. Incumbent Senator John Cornyn facing a challenge from several Republicans, including Congressman Wesley Hunt and Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who tells Fox.
In order to get out without a runoff, you have to get 50% plus 1 vote. So it's like you're playing basketball. It's like I'm playing basketball against 7 people and they can all score.
The top 2 in the GOP Senate primary in Texas may square off in a May runoff. On the Democratic side, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett faces State Rep James Tallarico. Primaries today also in Arkansas, North Carolina. America's listening to Fox News. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
What the governor said about Hoosier troops in the Middle East. It's 38 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. No rain on radar downtown immediately, but there is rain off to the south and west of Indy. A high of 49 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. Indiana Governor Mike Braun said Monday that some Indiana National Guard troops are already in the Middle East from earlier deployments.
Everyone is in some peril that's stationed there, but it looks like from what we've seen to date that their capabilities were pretty well weakened.
And Braun also said that he supports President Trump's recent military strike, saying that the action that killed Iran's supreme leader was long overdue. We have more on this story at WIBC.com. Scattered showers and patchy fog across the state this morning with temperatures in the mid-30s. Rain will become more steady as we get into the day, especially downtown where you could hear rumbles of thunder.
So there is a potential that at least during times of heavier rain, that it could cause some travel impacts, especially near rivers and just those lower lying areas.
That's National Weather Service forecaster Casey Fuson. She says storms will continue on and off through Saturday. We could reach the 70s by Friday. Hamilton County leaders say they have lifted most of the evacuation order in Arcadia. People were told Monday that they had to leave their area, especially around East Howard Avenue, where somebody was working and accidentally hit a gas line during fiber optic work. IU Athletic Director Scott Dolson will be at the White House Friday for a roundtable on the future of college athletics. He didn't share many details about the discussion, but he did say people everywhere keep asking him about IU football after the Hoosiers won the national title in January.
People said to me, "Are you a football school now?" And I say, "Yeah, absolutely, but we're a winning school."
And he says his priority will always be what's in the best interest of student athletes. A man serving his hometown for many decades being honored this week. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
The Indianapolis City County Council passing a special resolution on Monday to recognize the 40 years of dedicated service by IFD Chief Ernest Malone.
Thank you all. First, I want to thank my God for giving me the opportunity to serve in my home city in so many capacities. Indianapolis is, again, not just a place I work, it is my home.
Chief Malone joined the Indianapolis Fire Department in 1986. He has served as the city's fire chief since 2014. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the Indianapolis Colts are on the clock, not in a draft position, but they have to make a decision about franchise tags, and that expires at 4 today. They're deciding on whether to lock in Daniel Jones or wide receiver Alec Pierce. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 8:05 traffic on the 5s. What's shaking, Matt?
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at the south side crash. Eastbound 465 at Arlington Avenue. Right lane is blocked and traffic is stopped past 31. A delay of 57 minutes. Northbound 65 stop and go traffic from Southport Road to 465 and again from Keystone Avenue into the South Split. Eastbound 70 slows Holt Road into Meridian, Illinois. Inbound 65 stop and go traffic from MLK to Meridian and inbound 70 slows from Shadeland Avenue to Emerson Avenue. This is a crash. It is on the southeast side. It is westbound 74 approaching 465. Traffic sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com with over 100 online casino-style games. Chumba Casino is your destination for non-stop entertainment. No purchase necessary. VGW Group void were prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21 plus. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What are we feeling?
Hey, good morning. We're going to look for mostly cloudy conditions. We've got some rain developing just south and west of Indianapolis. This will all continue to move northward. We'll get up to 51 today. Even a few thunderstorms possible. Down to 44 tonight. Showers likely. Showers likely on your Wednesday. Some thunderstorms possible. Could contain some hail and heavy rain. Highs near 60. Mid-60s on Thursday with showers and storms likely again.
Tara Hastings with the garbage forecast.
That's me.
That's Tara. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know.
I like the sound effects.
I'm here for you. I'm nothing but sound effects. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. I appreciate you. 38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 8:07. So they gave Coach Cignetti another contract? Yet another contract the deal gets even better. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. As reported, IU Athletic Department announcing that Coach Cignetti, coach of the national champion Hoosiers, signing a memorandum of understanding on an 8-year contract that will now pay him an average of $13.2 million, an increase of $1.6 million per year. Remember, he signed a contract extension back in October. So, he is one of 3 coaches that will get more than $13 million a year. It could be even higher if he earns Big Ten Conference Championship, National Coach of the Year honors, playoff appearances, conference titles, all those kinds of things. He wants to retire at Indiana. So that's his deal. My advice to you, win. My advice is go out there and win, and you can get $13 million deals. In other news, I have now informed WIBC that I would like to renegotiate my contract. As a 2-time host of the #1 show in America, I feel that it's only smart and proper. Hold on, this just in. What? Kiss my what? Oh gosh. Well, that did not go as well as it did for Coach Cignetti. Maybe it's time for an agent. Maybe that's what it is. Good on him. Good on it. Listen, if you can get paid, my advice to you at all times and in all ways is get paid. Very, very impressive stuff. You know what I need? I need more NIL money. That's my issue. I need the NIL sweet, sweet cash. That is it. Speaking of cash, the WNBA has a new collective bargaining agreement. They're going to increase the pay. They're going to allow for max deals so people like Caitlin Clark will stick around. The new CBA offer allows players on rookie contracts who are first or second team all-league to become eligible to sign a maximum contract in their 4th year and would not be eligible for a franchise tag designation following. The salary cap in the first year would be $5.75 million, which is up 280% from the $1.5 million, and that would grow to $8.5 million by the 6th year of the deal, which means you're going to have some WNBA players making $1 million a year. And you say to me, well, the guys make... Stop it. Stop it. Caitlin Clark did this. And the smart people in the league have said, thank you. Thank you. Now all they have to do is keep putting on a product that people actually want. That's the hard part. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
The Voice of Health Minute with Dr. Robert Prather of Holistic Integration.
And Dr. Prather, we're talking about how structure function care helps in this struggle with PTSD and addiction. Let's talk about auricular therapy.
If you stimulate different ear points, which is like an upside down fetus, and it actually corresponds very well to the areas of the brain, then you can actually see on MRI the different portions of the brain being stimulated that have to do with different areas. So the ear is the keyboard to the brain, and you can utilize that to get the brain to work better and to actually rewire. And it's actually the most proven therapy in the world. Matter of fact, it has better evidence, scientific evidence, than pharmaceuticals do for its use. So it's not something that's really debatable on whether it works or not.
The Voice of Health with Dr. Robert Prather, Sundays at 8 p.m. or anytime at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Hey, John, why so glum? I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefit.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
What's happening, Tony? Southside crash, eastbound 465 at Arlington Avenue. Right lane is blocked, and traffic is stopped past 31. That's a 49-minute delay. Westbound 465, stop and go. This is I-74 down to Arlington Avenue. That is rubbernecking. We have a stall coming in from Shelbyville. It's approaching 465 on westbound 74 over on the right shoulder. Northbound 65, south side stopped. Keystone into the south split, an 8-minute delay. Inbound 65, stop and go from MLK to Meridian Penn. On the north side, inbound 69 delayed just 1 minute from 96 to 82nd Street. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Service, your local experts in basement waterproofing and foundation repair. Book your free inspection now at IndianaFoundation.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Hammer and Nigel Show back at it this afternoon. The latest on the United States and Iran. We'll have all the news you need to know starting at 3.
Am I having a stroke? What's happening, Carl?
No, Tony, that's just automation.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. We already did the traffic. I mean, I will listen to Matt Bear all day.
I could do it again. It's fine.
Do you want to do it again?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Go ahead.
All right. Inbound 65, stop and go after 38.
That's enough.
Okay, that's what I figured. I mean,
maybe we'll just have you read like obscure lyrics every now and again, just so people can hear your voice.
Is this new traffic music?
Yes, this is the new traffic bumper.
I love it.
Right?
Make the
Pass
change.
the Dutchie.
Woo! Make the change.
They're suffering a tremendous amount of damage. Honestly,
Again, I'm not going to give away the details of our tactical efforts, but the hardest hits are yet to come from the U.S. military. The next phase will be even more punishing on Iran than it is right now. Someone was screaming, how long will it take? I don't know how long it'll take. We have objectives. We will do this as long as it takes to achieve those objectives, and we will achieve those objectives. The world will be a safer place when we're done with this operation.
I certainly hope so. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. Find everything at TonyKatz.com. Live streaming on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com/WIBC. It is happening, and all the good people are there. Appreciate you guys being part of the chat, being in the chat room with the kittens as well. Objective of destroying the regime is a fine objective. I am not concerned about that at all. I don't think that that's a problem. And the idea that this is none of our concern, this is none of our business, I think is cheap. I think it's a weak argument from people who won't accept the idea that what happens outside of their shores does affect their lives. It's people playing make-believe, and people I would not elect at all. Which brings us to the latest from the Harvard-Harris poll. The Harvard-Harris poll says that on the generic congressional ballot, Republicans and Democrats are at a 50-50. And that's registered voters. Likely voters, they're at a 50-50. So now, we can break this down just a little bit more here. This was February 25th to 26th, so this is post-State of the Union. 1,999 registered voters. Registered voters are different than likely voters. And the difference is, well, who's actually going to go to the polls? In the registered voters, what the polling shows is that Republicans have gained 4 points and Democrats have lost 4 points. So it was 54-46. It's now 50-50. On the likely voters, Republicans gained 2 points. Democrats lost 2 points. So it was 52-48 in favor of Democrats. It is now a dead heat. I would argue at 52-48, it would be equally seen statistically as a dead heat. Do we actually think that there is a change on board? There is a change happening, taking place. And do we think that this move changes things? It is rare, I think we would agree, that foreign policy moves an election. Certainly a midterm. We would argue that economics would move an election. And I stated very, very clearly that this is an economic election for Republicans, not Democrats. Democrats aren't going to make an argument about the economy when gas prices are down and when egg prices are down, and there is clearly a move to try and bring beef prices down, which is, to me, the big one. You bring down the price of steak so people can cook a steak in their home, and people will think everything is better. It is just true. And we can apply this to a series of things. What we saw in the immediate aftermath of this attack was oil prices jump up. And they are up again. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But Brent crude right now is over $80 a barrel. Gas prices are going to go up. That is what Democrats are going to capitalize on and say, oh, this war, and it's an illegal war, and look what Trump said, he wouldn't get us into wars, and he's just a warmonger, and now he's increasing gas prices, and look what he's doing to the American people. I don't think it will last long. I could be very wrong on this. There's a Saudi refinery that has shut down. There are gas fields that right now have shut down. And this could all be temporary. This could all be something that lasts just for a few weeks. We already know that OPEC has said we'll have a modest increase in output of 206,000 barrels a day. That could get a call from President Trump or a statement that then changes that to 412,000 barrels a day or more. It's certainly not going to help. And all these things absolutely had to be figured in. 1,000% had to be figured in. You have to recognize how this will play. You also have to recognize that you are the people who said to MAGA, no more forever wars. You said the words. And they are going to look at you and say, okay, what is this right here? And I would say, with clarity, this is about reality. I don't have an argument for the people who think that Iran wasn't a threat, that the regime wasn't a threat. There's no argument to give these people except to shrug and be like, thank goodness you're not in power. Thank goodness. And now let's do more to ensure that you're not in power. Which now brings us back to what we're seeing post the State of the Union. So the numbers that I just shared with you are numbers that exist after the State of the Union, before the hit on Iran. So does that change anything? Does it change anything that we're seeing? Does it change how people view things? Does it change? Will we see any level of movement in polling because of this? I don't know. When you have 6 Americans dead, and by the way, they're going to count every single name. They're going to repeat that verbatim. We should never deny when Americans have been killed in war. But when Barack Obama drones American citizens, you hear nothing from the press. They tried to minimize 13 dead Americans under Joe Biden's failed leadership in Afghanistan. This, they will make the most front and center news. We should be clear. We should always be mindful. And the question's going to be, is it worth it? That's going to be the question. Is it worth it? Do I think taking out the Iranian regime matters? I do. People are going to scream at me, I'm a warmonger. Why don't you get yourself over there and fight? And they're going to do all the things that the chattering classes do, paying them no mind. I am watching what we think this does to an electorate. Harvard-Harris poll continues in Trump's approval. Registered voters approve 46%, disapprove 49%. That's up a little bit for Trump. Likely voters approve is at 50%, disapprove is at 40%. The State of the Union moved Trump up. We're going to see what this hit on Iran does. But sometimes you don't do things for the approval. You do things because they should be done, even if it has a political fallout. Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matty Boo Boo?
All right, Tony, south side crash eastbound 465 at Arlington Avenue. Right lane is blocked and traffic is stopped back to South Meridian Street. This is a delay of 44 minutes. Northbound 65 slows at Edgewood to 465. And again, after South Keystone Avenue into the South Split, that's delayed 9 minutes. Inbound 65 stop and go after 38th Kessler to Meridian. Eastbound 70 delayed 2 minutes. Belmont to the South Split. North side eastbound 465 stop and go from Michigan Road over to US 31, and a stall still there on the southeast side. It's westbound 74 approaching 465. The right shoulder is covered. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors new cabinet line Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Donald Trump said he's not ruling out boots on the ground in Iran
right,
if necessary.
I'll be back.
It's Casey. Join us Tuesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been your one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Hammer and Nigel here for our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. It's the tax time bonus sale. Save up to 50% off. They pay your sales tax plus extra discounts for cash or 1-year interest-free financing. That's Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
And don't forget free delivery, saving you more. Sale ends Monday, only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. ThompsonFurniture.net. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
This month, get Zero Resified from Indy's #1 carpet cleaner. Buy 1 room of carpet cleaning, get 1 free. Unlimited rooms. Yep, unlimited. Living rooms, bedrooms, basements. Buy 1, get 1 free throughout your home. Winter left behind salt and slush, dust and allergens. The heroes at Zero Res remove that buildup so your home feels fresh again without any soap residue or harsh chemicals. So beat the spring rush. Call 317-388-5141. Visit ZeroResIndy.com and you ask for the WIBC special.
Through their service, veterans have our backs. Now we should have theirs. Learn more at GotYour6.org.
This season, get Express Pro Tire and Auto's Refresh Your Ride package for just $69.99. Includes a synthetic blend oil change, tire rotation, brake inspection, and more. Some restrictions apply. See details at xpressspro.com.
Express Pro Tire and Auto.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
I think about quitting every day. And every day, I buy more cigarettes. I want to quit, but I feel like I have to have them. I know that sounds bad, but I will quit. Someday.
Quit Now Indiana offers free help with no judgment. Why wait? Get the help you need. No lectures, no pressure, just free help. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW today.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251.
Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com.
Hammer and Nigel Show, back at it this afternoon. The latest on the United States and Iran. We'll have all the news you need to know starting at 3.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Today's weather will stay the same through the end of the week. Rain has begun in downtown Indianapolis. Temperatures about 38 degrees, going up to 49. I'm Ryan Hedrick on a Tuesday morning. Here's what's trending at 8:31. Temperatures are expected to climb into the upper 60s and near 70s by Friday.
With that will be all of the rain. We've got just almost daily chances for rain from Tuesday into next week.
That's forecaster Casey Fuson at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis. She says after that, a cold front is expected by Saturday, but overall, March should be much warmer than last month. Airstrikes in Iran have led to protests in Indianapolis.
These people protesting, they don't trust the country. They do not appreciate what they have. What we have in this country, don't know the value of it unless you live under dictatorship of the Islamic Republic.
That man was with the group last night at Monument Circle, counter-protesting another crowd that opposed the military strikes in Iran, a confrontation coming just days after President Trump ordered airstrikes that killed Iran's supreme leader and other senior officials. Indiana Governor Mike Braun said Monday that some Indiana National Guard troops are already stationed in the Middle East.
Share the president's hope that they will lay down their arms and the Iranian people themselves will usher in a new government focused on prosperity rather than terror.
And he said the Hoosier troops are in the region from previous deployments. Braun also said that when he was in the Senate, there was always an issue with Iran.
I think prior administrations never did deal with it in a way that might give some type of final resolution to it. So I think so far so good. We'll see what happens, but I think it was long overdue, making a strong statement.
And the Indiana Department of Homeland Security says they are monitoring potential threats for your safety here at home. Secretary of State Marco Rubio talking about the strikes in Iran. He said they had to do it. A threat was imminent.
And the imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us. And we were not going to sit there and absorb a blow before we responded.
And President Trump said the United States expects military operations to last 4 to 5 weeks, but maybe longer if needed, as Iran keeps launching retaliatory attacks against Israel and other targets in the Middle East. The Indianapolis City County Council passing a special resolution Monday to recognize 40 years of service from IFD Chief Ernest Malone.
Thank you all. First, I want to thank my God for giving me the opportunity to serve in my home city in so many capacities. Indianapolis is, again, not just a place I work, it is my home.
Chief Malone joined the Indianapolis Fire Department in 1986. He has served as the city's fire chief since 2014. Sports on WIBC at 8:34. The Indianapolis Colts are working to lock in quarterback Daniel Jones and wide receiver Alec Pierce as the NFL offseason keeps rolling on. Teams have until 4 o'clock today to use a franchise tag or transition tag on a free agent, and the legal tampering window opens Monday at noon. Purdue's basketball team dropped 7 spots to 15 in the latest AP Top 25 poll yesterday following last week's losses to 13th ranked Michigan State and unranked Ohio State. They play Northwestern on the road tomorrow. Indiana looking to snap a 4-game losing streak, plays Minnesota tomorrow in Bloomington for senior night. On Monday, one of the Cincinnati Reds starting pitchers was on the mound. Brady Singer threw in yesterday's 17-9 win over the Chicago Cubs.
Just wasn't very sharp. Wasn't, throwing as many strikes at one, wasn't pounding the zone. But, I got the pitches in, but yeah, I just didn't feel as good as I wanted to, obviously.
Baseball's opening day just weeks away. The Cincinnati Reds open their season against the Boston Red Sox on March 26. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. There he is. What's up, Matt Bear?
Outside, looking at eastbound 465. Crash at Arlington Avenue. Right lane is blocked, and traffic is stopped back to South Meridian Street. A 46-minute delay. Northbound 65 stop and go from Keystone Avenue into the South Split. A 9-minute delay. Eastbound 70 slows. Tibbs Avenue into the South Split. Inbound 65 grinding from 38th Kessler to Meridian. A 16-minute delay. Northwest side northbound 465 slow from 79th up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:36. It's time to fill up on the news, presented by Simple Quarters. Need to sell your home without the hassle? Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters, 317-900-HOME, 317-900-HOME. The Dow futures right now are down 726. NASDAQ futures are down 493. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. This is because there's the talk now that took place yesterday about this war going on for weeks. Remember, the Dow was down incredibly yesterday and then rebounded. So this is only where we're starting on the futures. It does make a level of sense. Oil prices, as we have seen, $76.17 on the West Texas crude. The Brent crude is over 80 at $83.25 a barrel. The 10-year Treasury is still over 4 at 4.094 is where we're at. Gold prices a little bit of everywhere. We had hit 5,400 an ounce on the gold yesterday. The high today at 53.80. The bid right now at 51.75, $5,175. Silver, which did hit 100 yesterday, was at a low of 77. Right now, the bid is $82.79 an ounce, which is still crazy high. Bitcoin at 67,128. The chat room was asking about gas prices and what we think that we're going to see from gas prices. I would argue we're going to see in short measure $3.10 a gallon gas. That is semi-educated guess at that moment, and the things that I cannot put a level of expertise to is we're getting into warmer weather. So that means more people do driving. That's going to mean more demand. So that also could add to a price over the next couple weeks, depending on how long the fighting lasts against the Iranian regime. Then you have the unknowns of OPEC. OPEC said that they would do, as I stated, they called it a modest uptick in production, another 206,000 barrels a day. That could, from one statement from President Trump, increase. Then you have, well, what is it that we're doing in the United States? And is there a conversation here about increasing our levels of production? And then there is the wild card, which is we control Venezuela. We do. We control Venezuela. Can we now discuss their output and where that oil goes into the market? By the way, I was giving averages. I was giving national averages a chat room because someone just said $3.59 in Mooresville yesterday. And someone else says $3.29 on the west side. Maybe the General Assembly should be called back into an emergency session to remove all gas taxes for the next 6 months to help us deal with this conflict. And then which should last a year and then forever. I'm trying, guys. I'm truly trying. So I was talking about national averages there, not specifically Indiana, but our gas taxes are way too high as it is. We General Assembly, we pay way too much. We don't get a value of it. You know it. I know it. We know it. Your mother knows it. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So that's where we stand with the numbers. And again, I'm not worried about the market because it was down 500 yesterday and then came back. So the Dow futures being down, the immediate reaction stuff, in all things, there's an opportunity. And so I'm not as concerned there, certainly in any level of long term. We'll see where it plays. As we're talking, it's now down 755. And please, let's not get it confused. It's a big pop. It is a large hit. You've got Israel now engaged with Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. You have drones hitting the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh. That's Saudi Arabia. There's a lot. There's a lot taking place. Let's not deny it. Let's make sure we understand it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Hammer and Nigel.
3,364 children found by ICE.
Don't forget, lost under Biden and cartels enabled with his open border policies.
The wine moms meetings in Westfield, they're not going to talk about this. 3,364. If my tax dollars are going to be spent, I'm fine with that.
Hammer and Nigel, weekdays 3 till 7 on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
Let's begin. Let's talk about your relationship.
I can't stand all these wild swings, Doc. It's driving me crazy. It's hot, it's cold.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, I'm so confused. I can't figure out how to act, what to wear.
Listen up, Buttercup. You're in Indiana. This is the way it is. Just listen to WIBC.
Are the weather swings about to put you in therapy? Save yourself the copay and listen to WIBC for updates, because it could change in the next 10 minutes.
Shall we schedule something next week?
Your winter therapy station, 93 WIBC.
Chase away those winter blues with a new car from Tom Roush Lincoln. Hurry in for the 8, 9, 10 deal from Tom Roush. Get $8,000 off new Nautilus or $9,000 off new Corsair. Or how about $10,000 off Lincoln Aviator? Come get a great deal on all 3 from Tom Roush, where our family served yours since 1972.
Corsair stock number L25566, MSRP 55340. Nautilus stock number L26030, MSRP 62705. Aviator stock number L25384, MSRP 79450. See dealer for complete offer details.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/Mike. See Kid Rock live with John Party on Friday, June 19th at Ruoff Music Center. One huge night of country and rock you won't want to miss. Get your tickets now at WIBC.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
All right, Southsiders, eastbound 465 at Arlington Avenue. Crash blocking the right lane. Stop traffic back to 31 and a delay of 45 minutes. Southside northbound 65 jams at South Keystone Avenue into the South Split. That's a construction zone and an 11-minute delay. Eastbound 70 from the west side, slow. Holt Road into the South Split. And now inbound 65, a stall reported at Meridian in the center lane, causing stop-and-go traffic past the White River. That's a delay of 19 minutes. It'll go up. Northbound 465 on the northwest side, slow from 86th Street up to 865. It's a 4-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:46. Well done, producer Carl. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl has picked a television theme song from yesteryear, and I have to guess what it is. I am allowed to check with the chat room and find out there on the live stream at YouTube or youtube.com/WIBC, or I can phone a friend to check in with Matt Bear. I don't need to do any part of it. But allow me, because I didn't do it yesterday, I'll phone a friend. Let's start this from the beginning, producer Carl. Let's get it going from the beginning. Now, listen closely, Matt Bear. What is this television theme song?
That's The Mandalorian, Tony.
Nicely done. Excellent work. Good job. You do not disappoint, son. You really don't. This is the Andy Griffith Show. Young Ron Howard.
Opie.
It's classic. This is a classic theme song. And thank you to everybody who sent me places that I should look at for our next event, which we're looking for June. If you've got an event center, South Indy, West there, Brownsburg, Avon, Plainfield, Boone County, I'm looking in your areas. Let us know who you are. Let us know who you are, and do you allow or have any area for cigar smoking? Just yes or no. Might not be a deal killer. We just want to know. I'm looking. I am looking, and I've been searching. You know what? Maybe I should just ask. Who's out there where we can have our next event, or we're looking in June? South side, west side. Well, I should really say south of Indy. We should say west of Indy, but not in Indianapolis, and Boone County. Do I just want to say Boone Hendricks Johnson? I mean, just say it like that? Is that the better way? You know what I'm saying. Where are you? Let's talk. Let's talk about what we can do together. On Tony Katz today at noon, we'll have the latest on what's going on in Iran. We'll break down the statement from Marco Rubio, and of course the madness that is still out there regarding why we're doing this. The nonsense that exists, that somehow the law has been broken or something like that, which of course is in no way, shape, or form true at all. The law has been followed.
Well, we did. We notified Congress. I mean, we notified the Gang of Eight. We notified congressional leadership. There's no law that requires us to do that. The law says we have to notify them 48 hours after beginning hostilities. We've done that. I think the notification went today. But we did notify members of Congress in advance. But we can't notify 535 members of Congress. Well, the Congress can vote on whatever they want, but there's no law that requires us to do that. And I want to say something, because I see people on TV. Look, that's fine. If they want to take a war powers vote, they can do that. They've done that. They've done that a bunch of times. But people keep saying that there's no law that requires the president to have done anything with regards to this. To begin with, no presidential administration has ever accepted the War Powers Act as constitutional. Not Republican presidents, not Democratic presidents. That said, we have followed the notification at 48 hours. We're here today. I've done more Gang of Eight briefings than I got in the 4 years that Biden was president and I was a member of the Gang of Eight. All of that said, we've complied with the law 100%. And we're going to continue to comply with it. We've done the notification, and we officially to Congress, but we did notify members of Congress. We just can't notify 535 people. That's not.
So we will dig in there, and of course, some of the radicalized reaction. The radical reaction is also taking place in Indianapolis, where you have these communists answer Indiana. You're communist. You are what you are. We oppose this war, and Trump's a warmonger, and leave the Iranian people alone. And then you have Iranians saying, thank God you killed the Ayatollah. Get rid of everybody else. We want our country to be free. We want those Iranians to live free lives. I'm on the side of the Iranians, and screw answer. Oh, these commie lowlife scumbags. They're not making an argument about whether we should or shouldn't, a rational conversation about America's place in the world and how we should engage. They want to destroy the United States. They want the U.S. to fail. I want them to fail. I want them to lose every election. My God, you join a group like that, how broken are you? They're not looking for policy that makes lives better. They're looking to destroy Western civilization. They're wrong. They need to lose. Let's make sure they lose. And it starts by saying to everybody that these absolute losers who get out there and support the Ayatollah, they suck. You got that, school kids? You support the Ayatollah. You see people supporting the Ayatollah. That's how you know that they're a loser. No good person, no decent person, no normal person supports somebody who kills people because they're gay or tortures people because of their political beliefs. That's the Ayatollah, that's the Iranian regime, and that's what these commie groups, like a group called Answer Indiana and all the rest, seem to favor. What are you protesting? You're not protesting the war, you're protesting Western civilization. We see you. You think you could spin this? Laugh right in your face. Good gosh. So that's some of the conversation. We will discuss the oil prices. Senator Jim Banks is scheduled to be with me. Look forward to that conversation as well when we talk about notification and next steps and what is the Senate's appetite for this. Where are the divides? And then, of course, this conversation about how, well, the U.S. didn't want this, but Israel was going to go forward anyway, and the U.S. felt like it didn't have an option and didn't have a choice. I don't know what to do with that information. What say you, Senator Cotton?
Brian, I can't get inside any of my Democratic colleagues' heads. I just disagree with their view here. It's in keeping, though, with the Democratic Party's view of Iran going back decades. Look at Barack Obama's terrible nuclear deal that didn't block Iran's path to a nuclear weapon. It paved Iran's path to a nuclear weapon while also doing nothing to address this second and urgent threat, their vast missile arsenal. That's why the president had to act when he did.
And by the way, so we will get into that. Also, Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem is testifying today. She will testify on agency oversight. So that should be some glorious fireworks. I will have that for you as well. Also, keep sending me where you think we should do this event in June, and I'll find a location. We'll talk all about that. Can't thank you guys enough each day being here with us. Matt Bear has traffic on the 5s. Matthew, what's going on?